What's up? What's up? I'm trading Euro USD. Sorry, excuse me. Good morning. I'm on the M1. 1 minute time frame. It's at 84%. Identify the highest high and the lowest low. This lowest low got broken to the downside. Swept this liquidity. Now this is internal liquidity, so this got to get swept. So the price will probably reach back here later, later rather than sooner. So right now it's getting all of this. This is the fair value gap. This is the order block right here. But fair value gap got to get filled or touch. Let's see. So basically what we're doing is we are keeping an eye on this to see how price reacts to it. If you notice, this didn't pass this consequent encroachment, meaning that once you identify a fair value gap, excuse me, it's a three candle sequence. This is a bearish fair value gap. Three candle sequence. Once this top candle do not overlap this candle, no, do not overlap this candle. This is a fair value gap. It is within this candle range. This is within this candle range. So the middle one creates a gap. So you mark the gap up. Do either lines or rectangles. I do rectangles because I want to use a line for the middle of the gap. It's called a consequent encroachment. And if you have noticed, this didn't break this 50. Did not pass the 50. The wick touched it, but the body didn't break it. And for to break it, now you wait for price to react to reach past this up here. This is like a mini support resistance. Okay, so now if you notice the candle price is current price right here. But if you notice, this one reached this and came back down red. So you could have got in for a sell. So now we're going to see how this current candle reacts to it. It's touching it, but it's respecting the fair value gap. I mean, the consequent encroachment. So what the purpose of this is a gap in price. So gap has to get filled. Now the wick filled half of it. Now this other half has to get filled. But since it's a downtrend, by this moving average, the 50 moving average, this is below it. And then this is below the 50 line right here. Okay. So this constitute a downtrend. Then you get a lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. Right? This is, matter of fact, this is a triple, damn, this is a triple top right here. or this could be a double bottom or a triple top. More like this is the double bottom right here. So you would do, this is called the neckline. No, this is the neckline. Once this neckline is broken, it goes up. Or let me see, it respected it. The green respected it. So now this next one should be red. This next candle should be red. It's touching it. See how it touches it? Now this is another fair value gap, but this is also a support level. The support was broken by this. This support was broken by these candles. You notice once the support was broken, it kept going. Now if you notice now, this is past it. So I would get in for a $4 trade just to test it, come into this support level. This is also support. Since this broke this next one should go up. You wait till the candle close. It closed past the fair value gap. This whole gap has filled the gap. It's respected it. Let me see. So this should go up. If not, for a matter of fact, sometimes they do a retest. But if not, it will go up. Now if it retests and don't break below it, then it's going to keep going up. But it's going to do a retest. Okay, now we go to 736. You notice once it broke it came back, did a quick retest, didn't break it, and it kept going up. Also, this went up too. See how it didn't break it, retested. If you were to judge this fair value, let me just mark this down. This is another fair value gap. As you can see, it's 2 and 1. Now, which one is the most premium? This one is the premium one. When this one gets broken, you notice once this is broken, this one goes up. And this is another fair value gap right here. So price wants to fill this gap. Once the gaps is formed and it goes down to its lowest point. So this is the lowest point over here. Price wants to fill this gap. This is liquidity too. Liquidity sweep. The price wants to fill this gap. If I was to judge it, man, all this is liquidity. So it will be going up to here. Put a line right here. Put a rectangle. Start from right here to here. Let's see. Do a white Keep it simple. Clear this out. Lock it. Normally, I would go to the 15-minute to see what's going on, but I just jump on here. I don't normally do this. I want to get on here. Remember, this is all liquidity. This wants to sweep this. Now, of course, you could get in. See, a wise man would get in for a little time. Give the trade room to breathe. Now, if this reaches inside this is liquidity right here. This little thing. All this is liquidity, basically, but this is the major liquidity. So it wants to get in here, sweep this. If it don't pass this, it would retrace back down, or test it back down, or retest it back down. Excuse me. But it wants to get in here, sweep this liquidity, get into this gap. This ain't a fair value gap. It's a liquidity gap, basically. Let me see. You notice it broke this support. This is still support. This is a fair value gap and support. And you got you got something called confluence, where 2 or 3 signs show promise to you. 2 or 3 indicators or things in the market align with each other. So that's when you get in according to confluence. Of course, your technical analysis and knowledge of the market, but confluence is part of that technical analysis. This is a support. This support was broken by the downside. Now it's retracing back up to the upside. So now once this, see how this breaks it? Could have got it on this candle. I could have got it on this candle. But you gotta identify a zone. This is called a zone. Boom. Or the block holder the zone, or lower zone. This is the upper zone, this is the lower zone. Now price eventually wants to come here to fill all this up. Eventually. I don't know when, I don't know where, but eventually it wants to come in. Let me put this at the bottom, at the top of this valley. Now, if price doesn't break through this, it's going to shoot back up to come to this. It eventually will come to this. Eventually it will. It's below the 50. Of course, it can retrace back down, but it eventually wants to come up here, sweep this liquidity. Also, we added candlesticks to it too. This is buying strength. If you notice, buyers want to win. This is the pullback. Notice the pullback didn't break this, but it wants to get into this here area right here and fill its liquidity. Eventually it will. You can put some time on it, and let the trade breathe. If you notice, this is also a fair value gap. See, this would be the middle of it. This would be the middle of it. Notice each price respected the middle of this gap. And once price break past the middle, it's going to continue to go up. And then for 3 minutes, let's see what happens. this is liquidity. It wants to grab liquidity. That area. All right, so I basically broke even basically. Now, remember this is still the fair value gap, right? You have to judge it. Oh, I said before, it wants to get this liquidity. See, it wants to grab a liquidity. I'm telling you, this is liquidity. All this liquidity too up here. This is liquidity. It wants to grab this. Now, if I would have got it for 5 minutes, I would have got the trade. See, but this is just testing of it. Let me see if it passes. Get in for 1 minute. Let's see if it moves it down. Okay. Now I'll change this one to 1354. Notice, grab the liquidity, broke this gap, liquidity gap. Now I'm just coming up here to get this liquidity. So see, if I would have got in, well, I got it right here. Got it for 5 minutes. I got it right here, right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I'm just coming to do a retest. Coming to do a retest. That's all you want, motherfucker. Pardon me, y'all. I'm over eating, which I shouldn't. but when a person gotta eat, I need strength and energy and vibrancy. So, right in this video, quick technical analysis. Always, since I'm trading on the 1 minute, I always got to look at the N15. My strategy is trade on the 1 minute. I'm gonna look at the N15 on a higher time frame to see which direction the market is going. Where's the fair value gap? Where is once you see the direction the market is going, you look for liquidity. Where is the fair value gaps? Has they been filled? Where is order blocks? Have they been filled, or it's going to be filled? So very important. Notice the M15 is the overall uptrend, right? How you tell it's an uptrend? Higher low, no, higher high, higher low, right? This is an uptrend. And then look, it's above the 50 moving average, so it's a clear uptrend. Now this is a retracement back down. It broke this higher low, right? Got rejected. It gets rejected right here at price. This is price. Notice it didn't break this wick, so it shoots back up. Okay. If you notice, these are the highest point. This would be the lowest point. This is the highest point. And this is all liquidity right here. These wicks signifies our liquidity. So price wants to fill this gap. So if I was trading on the M15, I would put a mark right here. This order block. This is an order block. Red, green order block. Boom. Put a mark right here. And price will eventually come to this order block to fill it, to fill this order. But this is liquidity also. So it will come back down here. It's just doing this thing up here now. Let it do its thing. Let price. See, one thing I learned. Let the market tell you what it's going to do. You don't assume it's going to do something. You got to know it's going to do that. Price action. What goes up must come down. Very simple. So now I'm going to go back to the M1. No, this ain't even the lowest point. Right? If you notice, this is the lowest point. Right? Now let me go back to the M15 and mark the lowest point. It would be this right here, I believe, or I think around this area. Let's put something over here. Let me see where this is at on the M1. We're going to understand this at its highest form. Alright, so this would be white. I always mark my bottom white and my top blue. I'm gonna lock it. Alright, save it. Lock it. And then 15, right? Go back to the M1. See where this is at on the M1. Way over here on the M1, see? This is the lowest low on the M1, wow. But this is the lowest low period, see? Oh, you Notice it swept the liquidity. This is another fair value gap right here. Right? And let's mark this up. Unlock it. Oh shit, I'm touching shit. I'm gonna be touching, damn it, man. Notice this will be the middle, consequent encroachment, right? Once it got broken by this candle, the next one came down. Now this is a retest. There's always a retest somewhere. If you notice within this is another fair value gap. Okay, so we're gonna mark this. Let's see, this got rejected. Let's see what happens. We'll put another line over here. Let me see this let me put it white. Now this is a bell signal. When price reaches this, it's gonna notify me. If you notice, it didn't break it. Now it's rejecting back down. This should close red. This candle should close red. Since it got rejected off this, see? Okay? Gotta understand the market and know where this is going. Buyers telling you where it's going. Trade what you see. Boom. So now what I want, when price reach back over here, it will notify me through this bell. That's good too. I'm gonna stop this video real soon. Remember, another fair value gap. And also this is liquidity right here. All this is liquidity. So once it comes fill this liquidity gap, this is a support area. Notice once it touched it. Let's see. If you notice, fam, once this came down, it broke past it, but it didn't like the body. So it's showing that once this wick broke in this fair value gap and the consequent encroachment, excuse me, this next candle clearly came down and totally broke it. So this one gonna break it too. This one breaks in it. So this gotta keep your eye out for stuff like that. And this clearly breaks it. Now let's see if this goes down. See? With the screen record the progress. Unless it doesn't break past this. See, once it's getting this liquidity. If you notice, if you line it up, this liquidity got grabbed. And I'm still on this fair value gap. And this is a fair value gap too right here. So see, price totally disrespects this fair value gap. I already got my notification right here once it come back into this level. Now, once this closes out, this creates another fair value gap. See, it's gonna go back down. It respected the consequent encroachment. It's gonna shoot back down. This is a retest. I'm gonna wait till this candle close. I'm gonna close out. But if I'm analyzing it right and predicting it right through what I know, what I've been examining and studying, this candle should close red. I don't know if it's gonna close below this, but it's gonna close red. Okay, pardon me. It closed green. Hallelujah. Oh, now remember, this is the fair value gap also.
Beautiful queen, or one of them.
Yeah, hello? What's up? Nope. Want me to call him or something? Or text him? Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Okay, so I got rejected. Hmm.